it was good. It was fun. I looked over at OBS Studio and I realized it said, start streaming. Here's the update. The explanation in the update is this. Let's grab Kotelnikov, right? My number one go-to. You put it on a master bus or you put it on a mix bus if you're going for ultra clean. Kotelnikov is a wideband compressor, so it compresses the whole signal. Super clean. Stereo sensitivity can be adjusted right here, which is pretty awesome, right? So you could use 2 instances of this and do some parallel compressing. So this is peak versus RMS detection. So peak just reacts quickly. RMS, root mean squared, means it reacts to the quote-unquote body of the sound, or the average level. So that would be like the bright green things in your faders compared to the dark green sections, which are the transients. And so that's what makes this compressor cool. It's like 2 compressors in one. It's got the peak adjustment. It's got the RMS adjustment. So you can actually preview what you're compressing here by pressing this delta button, the delta preview. So that you listen only to the difference between the dry and the compressed signal. This is the sidechain function. It's the pre-EQ, which is pretty damn awesome. So Kotelnikov, there it is there. That is why I like it. Let's get these next guys out here. The next one is where it's at. Tube style compressor, which really gives it character. This is a quick compressor and it's killer on drums. This thing is so quick. This attack and release, I really like this on drums. It's got sidechain compression. And now it's on to my next favorite uses is on the mastered channel. It's got a mic preamp that goes up to 60 dBs. It starts getting funky right around here. But then we've got the trim as well, right? We've got a phase inversion. We've got a pad, whatever that does. It's supposed to like make it softer, I guess, somehow. And then obviously your high pass, your low pass. Okay, let's see what these little suckers are actually even doing. Your high pass, and it's doing what it's supposed to. Your low pass, doing what it's supposed to. And then low shelf, high shelf. Pretty cool stuff. And look at that curve, too. That's freaking awesome. It's not just raising everything in unison. Now, we've got the EQ. Okay, same deal. We've got a secondary EQ in case we introduce some mic distortion that we like. And I like about this much. Anything like right around here, it starts getting funky. Like right in this area, no, not so great. I usually like it right about here or maybe here, just depending on the track. And then you could trim it up like somehow. All right, so we've got a bell. Look at that, and this is that's it. You get higher Q or lower Q. That's all you get. And the same here. We've got the low shelf, and you get a higher Q, low shelf. Ooh, or like a bell. There we go, bell. That's kind of cool. I didn't realize it was just a bell. I would actually probably like to use this a lot more than I do. I hardly ever touch this. And we've got this guy right here. Let's see if that does the same thing. A high Q. Now this might be some good stuff for like right around here, right around in this area here. And that's where its range is from here to your next zone. And that's really cool. I like that. And then this low shelf, okay, so I get it now. So this low shelf you could turn into a bell. That is super cool. That is super cool because, I mean, this high shelf, because there's some stuff, some frequencies that I would like to process. Look at that, it stays carefully away from, oh wow, right, this is nice. This is really nice, especially where these frequencies land. Anyway, so that explains why it's my favorite, because it has this mic preamp fuzz that you can add. It's got these EQs. Now, the compressor's killer. I don't know what's going on with this compressor, but it's quiet, and its default ratio sounds just punchy. Like when the drums hit this, just this default ratio whatever's going on with its attack and release times, its built-in attack time is quick and choppy. And I usually just leave this stuff the way it is. I just play with the dry wet and the threshold. That's usually what I do, but that's because I'm usually using this on the master channel. And then you can run it into its own limiter, and you'll get a super hot signal, especially if you got something like this, like a little bit of mic pre. I don't mess with this tape overdrive because the tape overdrive just destroys the sound. I just really I don't know how to master this yet. Maybe that's why. Maybe that's why I'm saying that. But yeah, and let me make sure you guys could even see, because I'm going to be pissed if I'm not. Okay, so I am showing my screen again, and I am recording. Oh, I was upset earlier. All right, let's move on. That's a pretty good guy right there. Let's turn him off, and let's move on to the LA. The LA. Now this one is okay. This is like my last. This is like my last resort. Well, that was interesting. So when it runs through, oh wow, how cool is that? Hold on, let me try this too. Let's turn this off. Leveling tool. So just running it through these things, even if they're off, run it through here. Interesting. So Kotelnikov is off. Interesting. That is super cool. So even just running through these chains actually affects the sound, which is something I'm learning right now. How freaking cool is that? That is really cool, and I thought so too. Every once in a while, I drop something down on the channel, and that was it. Like I just dropped something on a channel, and that's all I needed to do, and then the sound was perfect. I was going for something, didn't know what it was. I put the compressor on there. That was the thing I was going for. It didn't touch the thing. So here we go, the LA2A emulator, right? Okay. So opinions vary on this channel too, by the way. So just so you know, some people don't like it. I love it. Some people say it crashes in Reaper, which sucks, because if I didn't have Ableton Live, I would definitely have Reaper because it's badass. But I mean, with all the stuff I'm seeing in Live 12, I'm thinking, nah, it's fine. Ableton's just fine the way it is. And plus, I know this software like the back of my hand, so. So here we go. Analog Obsessions La, right? So this La is supposed to be like the ADHD. So it's got this oversampling button here, which really does make a huge difference. I don't know why it's not just built into it. Anyway, so it's supposed to be like the leveling tool by Audio Tools, ADHD Audio Tools leveling tool. But it is not. This right here is like mix, bus, glue, and then be careful when you use it type of thing. It's got a built-in side chain, so you can side chain it to itself. And then this is the high pass right here. Starts at 20 and then it goes up to 500 hertz. And it has mid frequencies as well if you want to cut off even more. And then this is the, I think it's mid gain is what this is. So yeah, interesting stuff. Interesting, good stuff. I usually think that when I use this, it dulls the sound up somehow. It's such a slow compressor. So MFMG, it adjusts the mid-frequency sensitivity. So that's what that does for the sidechain filter. Interesting. All right. That's it. That's it. And yeah,